Hey guys, so in my previous video, I colored in Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and now I am going to outline him. I didn't get to finish like shading in his kimono and the sword when I was doing my previous video, so I did that off camera. For those of you who missed that, you can check out it doesn't matter what order you watch my videos in, you can check out the coloring video in the drawings playlist if you want to see the whole process. It was just a long process for me to color the kimono because of how many different squares I had to color in, and I was like laser focused, so my talking there is a bit bad in that video because I was trying to focus. But yeah, so I'm gonna start outlining with his sword first because there is some things that I just want to outline, and then I'll get to the other parts after. That's just basically it. That's just all I wanted to get done for that. And now I'm going to outline his hair. I really liked how his hair turned out. I never really drew like multicolored hair before, like hair with multiple colors, but for this it ended up looking really pretty. His hair is always super pretty. Tanjiro has like 2 different colors in his hair, so yeah. And I shaded it. I tried my new shading technique on it, so it looks really nice. So for this part, I don't really care too much that his hair is like different colors. So that's why I'm just, usually I don't outline if there's like different colors, blocking out like what part is what. But for him, I'm just gonna outline all the parts, even though there's like black on the red, so you can tell it's a different strand of hair. But I want it to be more noticeable because all of his hair is layered, so I want it to look more layered than it already does with the coloring. So that's his hair, and then I'm gonna outline his face. I tried to use a red that didn't look super bloody. I think because I remember when I was doing Kirishima from My Hero Academia, I kind of made his scar a bit too bloody looking, so this time I chose a darker red. I think even for like Shoto Todoroki from that show, I drew way too much, like I chose way too bright of a red, and then it kind of looked like it was bleeding when it's supposed to be a burn mark, so try to be careful with that. Okay, so his eyes are done. I wanted him to have a friendly smile because this is Tanjiro. Tanjiro's kind of like a friendly character. He's not super serious. He's more of like, he is serious, but in like a friendly way. He's not a mean character. So I'm just going to go all around his face and outline everything that needs to be outlined. Sorry for the weird angle. I'm trying to do some of this stuff, but my hand's like, has to draw in a certain angle. I'm like, okay. And then these are his earrings. I really like his earrings. They're super pretty. I'm not outlining all of it, just like the white parts, so that way it doesn't blend into the background. background, and now I can start outlining his uniform. I really like the design of the uniform. Like, all of the demon slayers have to wear the same uniform except for the fact that their kimonos are different, because their kimonos are based on what they want to wear. So I really like how it adds a touch of them. It's not just them wearing a uniform, they wear the uniform underneath it. Okay, so his arm is done, and then I just need to outline these parts. I kind of made the uniform a bit skin tight because it's how I drew Zenitsu, so I wanted to kind of do the same with this, so that way it looks like it's the same piece of clothing. It's not like different, because they're all supposed to be the same uniforms, so I try to do the same. If you want to see Zenitsu, I think I did 2 drawing videos for him too, and it's posted on my drawings playlist. So yeah, just in case you guys want to see that one too. Now I am outlining his belt. I actually colored in part of his belt lightly gray, like a silver, for his buckle, but I didn't color it super dark, so that's why I'm still outlining that part. And now I just need to outline this strap. Like, there's 2 lines that go across his belt for a border design, so I added that too. Okay. So that's it for that, and I'm gonna outline part of his pants, and then I'll go onto the kimono. Yeah, so his pants are done. His pants are a bit baggy, so I didn't add the. I usually add like the line for the crotch area, so that way you can see like the difference for the pants and like the lines for it. But for him, because it's baggy, I just added some wrinkle lines there. So now I can start outlining his kimono. His kimono is really pretty. It was a bit challenging to color in. You'll notice, like, if you watched my coloring video, if you go and watch it, it's a lot of detail going on, so it took me a while to actually color in, because markers kind of bleed out onto each other. Like, you'll notice the green kind of bled into where the black should have been, and then I put the black in after, but I didn't put it like too much, but because I was afraid it would bleed into the green, because the green's the lighter color, so you can tell if like the darker color is bleeding through it. So yeah, so basically because of that, I was like really slow on coloring. Forgot his hand. But basically because of that, that video is long because just slow on coloring those parts. I think there is a way to solve the bleeding, but you would need like thicker paper. I just normally don't use cardstock because printing paper is more affordable and I have way too much printing paper at home anyways, so that's why I use it to draw. So you'll notice here I'm outlining over parts that are different colors, which I usually don't do, like I said when I was drawing his hair, but because it is over his because this part is part of his chest, so that's why I decided to outline a part of it. It's kind of hard to tell though because this black square, but in person I can see it better. So yeah. And now the rest of his kimono. And then this part. Okay, and that is Tanjiro complete. Keep remembering how Inosuke says his name wrong all the time, but yeah. So for his eyes, I did something different, which is basically I actually had the ring thing. I usually don't draw eyes like that, so I ended up coloring it and then putting a big white in the middle so that way it looks like it's a ring. But normally the way I draw eyes is different. I can't remember. I think I ended up doing that for characters that just had that type of eye. Like even in My Hero Academia, there's some characters where their eyes look like they're just rings. So I ended up just taking away like some of the style that I did, but the eye is still in my style. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see all of his process work, it will be posted in the description box below. If you like and follow those, you can get constant art updates and little pictures here and there of what I do. I normally post like some cosplay pictures when I get cosplays and stuff like that. But yeah, and I will be if you want to see the coloring video of this, it is also in my drawings playlist as well. So yeah, and I have checked my statistics. I know I said this in a couple videos before, but a lot of the majority of people who watch my videos, they don't subscribe. So if you like my channel and videos, please make sure you click the subscribe button and the tiny bell button that is down next to the subscription button, so that way you can get updates of whenever I actually post videos. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.